All aboard! All aboard! We're in the electrical room of the Napa Valley Model Railroad Historical Society. This is a group that was formed in 1955, and they got together and formed a club for people that are interested in model railroading. We're open every Friday night, and we're welcoming people to come in and see what a large model railroad really looks like and how it operates. So this is the electrical room. This is like the nerve center of the railroad. Trains are all controlled individually by handheld throttles. These are all electrical connections that go from this room out to the layout, and then it works quite well. And this tick-tock sound that you hear here is just a relay that operates any flashing lights that we have on the railroad. So like grade crossing signals that flash back and forth, they're controlled through this relay here. What you see before you here is the layout that we started building in 1970, and the members all got together and came up with different ideas, and we put it all together into a plan. We wanted industries that the railroad could serve, and so we have an oil refinery here. We have a port with a container ship, and numerous other things. So what we're looking at here is a reproduction of the Brazos Bridge, which is between Napa and Vallejo. This bridge actually is a lift span that operates.
Hi, I'm Dylan. I was into trains since I was 4. And it eventually progressed into this layout right here. I joined this club in 2016, and I am very passionate about trains. This is the south end of the layout. We have a container ship right here with some intermodal track, and we also have a passenger station with some trains, and a working drive-in movie theater that we play at shows.
There's about maybe 1,500 cars and about 50 or 75 locomotives. All the cars and locomotives belong to individual members of the club. They're not owned by the club itself. And they're built, some of them are scratch built, some are built from kits, some are ready to run. We have here the Kaiser Steel ore train. They carried iron ore from the mine at Eagle Mountain to the connection with the Southern Pacific at the Salton Sea.
I pretty much buy all my trains from stores, swap meets, you name it. So they have to fulfill a inspection checklist before you can check them in though. This is my train. The engines belong to me, same with the caboose.
We are in the dispatcher's area to control the trains and gets an overview of the switches, the signaling, the movement of the train. As I'm looking at the screen here, I am actually looking for different trains so I can safely route them through the towns so they get to their destinations on time. As we're looking towards the west here, of all the bridges and the tunnels, that long bridge, as you see in the background, is a bridge, a small opera bridge in Arizona.
We have here a model of the California Zephyr, which was streamlined in the 1950s, and it ran from Oakland to Chicago, and it was the last privately operated passenger train before Amtrak took over. All the trains are operated by wireless handheld throttles, and you have a knob here that you turn to control the speed. As you can see, the train is moving now. Okay, this is a repeater board here which tells us where the trains are, and see it just changed because the train is moving and another train is coming into Calistoga.
Napa Valley Model Railroad Historical Society started out originally as a model railroad club. In the, I think it was the 60s, they decided to become a historical society and were trying to preserve some of the history of the railroading in Napa Valley. Originally in Napa Valley there were two railroads. There was the Southern Pacific that ran north and south up the valley, and then there was the Napa Valley Electric Railroad, which started back in the 1900s, and it would meet ferry boats in Vallejo and take people from San Francisco up to Calistoga. We've got displays here at the Model Railroad Historical Society of some of the artifacts from the early days of railroading in Napa Valley. Our layout itself is a train that would run from Ukiah to Napa, which in reality there never was a train that did that, but since it's our railroad we can do it. And our trains run from Ukiah to Napa, and they stop at the different cities along the way, and these are the names of the city, not actual replicas of the city.
Okay, right now we're passing through Yountville. We've got a power plant behind the train there that burns coal. The ore train is passing over the Wingo Bridge. One of our life members is Lou Schuyler. And back in 1984, when he found out that the Southern Pacific was going to abandon the Napa Valley line, he got a measure put on the ballot to have the county take over the railroad. Even though that didn't happen, a group of investors was inspired to form the Napa Valley Wine Train Incorporated. And once the Napa Valley Wine Train was running, they hired Lou as an engineer, and he worked for the Napa Valley Wine Train for many years.
Very last thing happens to